The holidays are a time of bliss as a child. Temperatures cooling down, that hot chocolate heating up, and the 25 plus days of anticipation till that beloved morning where you open up the presents from under the Christmas tree. Even if you haven't picked up a controller since childhood, you may still have those great gaming memories. So let's take a trip down the lane of nostalgia and talk gaming during the holidays. What is good, y'all? It is the Young King Ken, and today we're going to talk about the holidays as a gamer while reading off comments from a question I asked in one of my previous YouTube videos. I also posted this on TikTok and Reddit. So the question was, what was your favorite gaming related Christmas memory? The inspiration from this video was actually from my time with the Battle Buds podcast, where I was invited to be their very first guest. The host, Chuck Greasley, and I delved into my past as a gamer and how it impacted my outlook on life. So please give it a listen on Spotify. I will link it in the description and give the Battle Buds podcast a follow as well. Without further ado, let's get into this. During my time on the Battle Buds podcast, I discussed some of the games that were stuck to me to this day. And luckily, most of these games I got on Christmas Day. And to list out some of these games, the original Crash Bandicoot trilogy, Mario Kart, Sonic Adventure, and much more. But this might not be the case with others. And as I expected, the comments from my question ranged from stories from back in the day to even last year. The landscape of gaming has drastically changed in the past few console generations. I was born in an era where the internet was at its infancy, and the main ways to even obtain information on the latest games as a child was either from the commercials, word of mouth, the store, or even from magazines like Nintendo Power. Even at that, we were only seeing a few seconds of gameplay and a box cover. For a lot of children, you only have one or two games out of the entire year that you can only get. And most likely, you got them on Christmas Day. At that point, you played the ever-living mess out of these games because that was all you were getting for the entire year. To read off the first comment, this person on Reddit said, I got an Atari 2600 in the early 80s with Space Invaders. I played that so much, my hands hurt from pushing on the joystick left and right. I guarantee once this person opened their present, they spent an all-nighter playing, or several all-nighters playing. The anticipation, the wait, the year-long research project, like some of us were students at the School of Gamingtology, to study the game or console that we wanted, and then being able to hold in our hands that very same game, that very console, that right there is what make gamers jump for joy during the holidays. This guy Cheese Pancakes from Reddit said, getting an N64 for Christmas. I really wanted Mario 64, but it was sold out at the time. So I got Killer Instinct Gold, and my brother got whichever Mortal Kombat game it was that released on the console at the time. Even though it was such a drastic difference between SNES and N64, I remember being amazed by the graphics, and I played the hell out of it. A few days later, I was able to get Mario 64. Then sometime after, when Ocarina of Time was released, I was beyond hyped to get that. Really was a magical time for me as a child. In fact, there were several comments regarding the N64. A lot of children lost their minds on the fact that you could play games in 3D. Trust me, I was one of them. A lot of games from this era set the bar for future generations, even proclaiming these as some of the greatest video games ever made. To this day, Mario 64, Zelda 64, you had your Final Fantasy 7s if you had a PlayStation, your Sonic Adventures if you had a Dreamcast. And because of the times, you knew you got the completed game with hours upon hours of content. All you had to do was just pop the cartridge or CD in and you're on. The hottest pizza rolls, 1300 from YouTube said, dude, I remember Christmas of 01. I got the OG Xbox and Halo. I then proceeded to spend the whole rest of the day sucking at it. Now, I did not grow up with the Xbox brand of consoles. I was always a Nintendo and PlayStation guy, but I just got so jealous of y'all playing Halo. That futuristic tone in the graphics, like, that's the type of game like I would be willing to pick up and go through hours of. Though your comment did bring back some great Christmas memories of when I got the original Black Ops for the PlayStation 3. It was sort of my official introduction to Call of Duty. Though I briefly played the OG Modern Warfare 2 over at my cousin's place. But that Christmas morning when I got it, I understood throughout the day how bad I was playing. And honestly, I did not care. My KD one match was 2-43. But guess what? I was smiling the entire time because I did not care what anybody had to say. That game was amazing. And of course, with this being the start of my online journey, I would call myself back then a Christmas noob. This was and still is a common term in shooting games, even to this day. Those experienced players knew they were able to quickly level up, prestige, camel grind, whatever you needed to get done, you can get it done that day because there are going to be a lot of new players. The final comment I will read off is from Hunter P from TikTok, in which he said, let's be for real. Waking up 2019 to 2020 Christmas Day to play Fortnite was a W. Now, children of the modern day are experiencing what the 20, 30, and even 40-year-olds experienced on Christmas Day, just in a different setting. Because I know it still feels just as sweet opening up a brand new Nintendo Switch with Breath of the Wild or Mario Odyssey as it was in the 90s opening that N64 with Super Mario 64 or Ocarina of Time. Or it was maybe that you just didn't get something, but just playing a couple rounds of your favorite Battle Royale. Most live service games do some sort of holiday themed event, or event that if Christmas was on a weekend, it was a double XP weekend. And even I know as an adult, I still get that enjoyment of gaming during the holidays, whether it's gaming with the family, buying gifts for the younger ones, and just enjoying everyone's company. That's what the holidays are about. Just sending positivity to everyone. And please comment your Christmas gaming memories. I want to see what y'all have to say. Thank you for watching. And I really like doing these type of videos where we get some engagement from the viewers. So I'll ask a question and make it the pinned comment. And I will use the comments made from some of those in a future video. So subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can be updated on whenever my videos drop. Check out the Battle Buds podcast. And until the next one, I will need y'all to keep our kingdom seasoned, y'all.